Hey there, beautiful ladies. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Starting Over with Marta. And if you're new here, I'm Marta. I'm a certified life coach, and I help professional ladies just like you who have recently left a toxic relationship go from feeling lost and emotionally drained to becoming healed and whole and aligned with their divine purpose. So before we jump in, I have two things that can help you right now. First, I have a new course. The course is called Finding Her. It's a small $20 investment, and it includes a full workbook to help you to rebuild your identity after toxic love. Also, check out the Signs It's Time to Go course. This course is absolutely free, and it is for those who are in the middle of trying to make a tough choice. Okay. Also, there are free one-on-one 30-minute sessions for the time slots are very limited. So if you are struggling internally and you need guidance on your next step, the link is below. All the important links are in the description. All right, now that I got all that out the way, let's get started, because today starts our new series, and it's called Breaking Point. And breaking point is that moment when you realize the relationship is costing you, and it's costing you more than what you are giving. And for day one, we are talking about something that I wish someone taught me earlier, and that is that confusion is not love. Okay, so here's what we'll cover today. We're going to talk about gaslighting, what it is and how it erodes your confidence. We're going to talk about manipulation, how it keeps you emotionally trapped. And we'll talk about emotional chaos, why your nervous system has been in survival mode. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So the first thing is confusion is not love. Okay. One of the earliest signs of toxic love is confusion, not occasional misunderstandings. We all have those. I'm talking about mental confusion, emotional instability, feeling like you always wrong, feeling like something is off, but you really can't explain it, feeling like you have to prove your reality. That's not love, okay? That's emotional interference. So the scripture tells us clearly that God is not the author of confusion. So if you go to 1 Corinthians 14:33. So if you don't have a Bible or a Bible app, go ahead and grab that. Also, download the Redeemed and Restored Journal, because we journal on this channel every single video, okay? So if your relationship is filled with confusion, chaos, inconsistency, and emotional unpredictability, then God is not the source of that relationship, and love cannot grow there. Okay, so I want to talk about a few things. Let's talk about gaslighting first. Okay, so let me give you the definition of gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone makes you doubt your memory or the reality and your feelings so that they don't have to take responsibility for their behavior. So I want to give you some examples. You say, what you said hurt me. They say, you too sensitive. I was just joking. Or you might say, hey, you told me you was going to be home by 9. What happened? Oh, I never said that. You imagining that. I didn't tell you that. Okay, here's another scenario. So you know that there are signs of infidelity or cheating. They'll say, "Oh, you crazy. I'm not doing that." You got the proof. You have the proof. You have all the receipts. You just insecure. You overreacting. I didn't do that. So the result is you stop trusting yourself and put yourself into a toxic cycle. Okay. So I want you guys to go to Proverbs 9:9. Proverbs 9:9 says, a wise person hears the truth. Guess what? Gaslighters reject reality because truth threatens their control. Okay. And the real impact is that gaslighting disconnects you from your own intuition, because once you no longer trust your inner voice, they can lead you anywhere. Okay. So let's talk about manipulation. So the definition, I don't know why I'm getting twisted up on my words. The definition of manipulation is control disguised as love. And it might sound like this. It might sound like, well, if you love me, you'll Or nobody else gonna put up with you like I do. Ain't nobody else out there for you. Or I do so much for you and you don't appreciate me. So this is emotional coercion at some points. Here's another scenario. He cheats, you confront it, but somehow you end up apologizing for just being upset about it. How does that happen? Like, manipulation totally flips responsibility so that the abuser becomes the victim and you become the problem. So I want to give you a scripture. I want you to go to 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. So it says, Satan masquerades as an angel of light. Guess what? Manipulation always looks like love at first. Okay? So let's talk about emotional chaos. So when a relationship swings between intense connection and intense pain, your nervous system becomes addicted to the highs and the lows. This is an emotional roller coaster. This isn't love. This is trauma bonding. Your body is going to begin confusing adrenaline with passion. And then your heart will begin to believe that the pain means it's real, or man, this is a struggle. It's worth it because, it's a struggle. All relationships have pain. This is intense. So it means that we are meant to be. Guess what? Love isn't supposed to feel like a constant survival battlefield. Okay, so I want to give you a scripture to support that. I want you to go to John 14 and 27, because it says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. So if your relationship is in a state of constant explosion, then is it really love? Ask yourself, is it really love? So I want to talk about the hardest thing, and this might ruffle a feather or two, because here's what you need to think about when you keep trying to fix it. Okay, so first you try harder, you talk softer, you change your tone, you walk on eggshells, you avoid the triggers, you shrink. You explain to your heart over and over and over that, he's going to change, that he has so much potential, but nothing changes. That's because love cannot heal what the other person refuses to acknowledge. You cannot love someone into maturity. Okay? Growth is a choice. Okay, so I want to give you some journal prompts. And I want you to take out your Redeemed and Restored journal. If you haven't downloaded it already, go ahead and download that now. The link is in the description. It's absolutely free. It costs you $0.00. So I want to ask you, where have you been confusing emotional chaos for love? And I want you to answer honestly, like, the journal is your time to be free. It's your time to be free. It's your time to think and really consider, is it time for me to make a tough choice? Okay. Whatever comes out, do not filter it. Okay. So if today hit your spirit and you felt yourself saying, that's me, then your next step is not to stay in survival mode. You need to start your healing process intentionally. Okay. So I want you to sign up for a session. If you feel like it's something that you need to share, you have a scenario or a situation because this is general information. Every situation is different. So if you need to talk to me, sign up for a 1-to-1 session. Okay. They are free. They're 30-minute sessions. They're absolutely free. Okay. Also, consider the Defining Her course, because Defining Her course will walk you step by step through rebuilding your identity and your confidence and your emotional foundation. It is a $20 investment, but there is not only the course, which has 5 sections, but also there's a workbook. Okay. This course will help you to come into rebuilding yourself. Okay. Rebuilding your identity in God and who you are called to be. Okay. Also, if you are having a time I don't know why I'm tripping over my words today, but if you are needing to make a tough choice and you're not sure if that's the decision that you need to make, go and download the course, Signs That It's Time to Go. Okay. And that course is absolutely free. Okay. Again, if you need someone to talk to, sign up for a session. Links are in the description. And remember, you are not confused. You are not confused. You are waking up. Okay. And you are healed, whole, and thriving. And so I will see you guys on the next video.